Good evening. I call to order the Lake Havasu City Council regular meeting on Tuesday, May 12th, 2020 at 6 p.m. In-person attendance is suspended for this meeting due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This meeting will be held through technological means. Members of the public can watch or listen to the meeting live by tuning into channel 4 or going to our website and watching the meeting live at lhcaz.gov/TV. And they can also call in and listen to the meeting by telephone by dialing 1-888-240-2560. The meeting ID is 938-418-435. We are requesting that written comments from the public during the call to the public and public hearing items can be received through email at cityclerk@lhcaz.gov 1 hour prior to the meeting. We will now have the invocation from Suzanne Waldron from Mount Olive Lutheran Church.
Heavenly Father, we ask you to guide us, citizens, city council, the mayor, and all the people who are working so hard to break this chain of coronavirus. We pray for the sciences, we pray for the world, we pray for healing for the whole universe. We ask for patience and humbleness as we go. Hospital, taking care of the police, fire department. We ask a blessing for our new fire chief. We thank God for the wonderful people we have in this town. We ask you to put a healing on this matter. We know that you are in charge. We ask this in your name as we pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as those who trespass against us. And know you are the healer of all of us, and deliver us from evil, from this day forward, in the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. In Jesus' name we ask. Amen.
Thank you. We will now have the Pledge of Allegiance led by the Lake Havasu City Students Working Against Tobacco, SWAT. Mr. Juan Lopez, the SWAT coordinator.
Yes, thank you. I have Yamalin on the line as well as Alani on the line for the pledge. Ready, ladies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, ready, go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you. And wanted to give a little bit of information about your organization.
Yes, I have been with the SWAT group for the past 2 years. Yamalin Sanchez, that is on the line. She is the Havasu SWAT president, and she's been with the group for 4 years. She is now graduating this year, so she's leaving the group. To date, as from 2016, the Havasu SWAT has picked up 6 pounds worth of cigarette butts from the Havasu Rotary Park by the bathrooms and the skate rink. The group has done a tremendous job within the community, as well as educating the youth at the elementary schools.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, please, if you have some more information, please share.
We are continuing to try to educate the youth. Right now, of course, with everything going on, everyone's still kind of stuck at home. They are going hand in hand with the Truth Initiative, which is a nationwide tobacco cessation program. And it's going to be more up-to-date cessation classes to come. Right now, we just don't know yet.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you for being with us today and for sharing the information that your organization does. And we appreciate you coordinating that.
Well, you're welcome. I couldn't do it. They do all the grunt work, and they get the utmost respect and honor.
Excellent.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good evening.
You too. Thank you. Be safe.
All right, we'll move on to item 4 on the agenda, the roll call. Ms. Williams, if you could please call the roll.
Council members Jenny Koch,
Here.
Gordon Grote,
Here.
Michelle Lynn,
Here.
Donna McCoy,
Here.
Jim Dolan,
Here, I'd like to remind you webcams add about 10 to 20 pounds.
Vice Mayor David Lane,
Here.
Mayor Cal Sheehy.
Here.
A quorum is present.
Thank you. Item 5 is our call to the public. This is where citizens have the opportunity to address the city council on any matter within the jurisdiction of the city. Again, with this meeting being held through technological means, we asked citizens that wanted to submit input through email at cityclerk@lhcaz.gov 1 hour prior to the meeting, and we did not receive any comments for the call to the public. Moving on to item 6 is the consent agenda. Do any of the council members want to remove any items for separate discussion?
Mayor,
Yes.
motion?
Yes.
I move that we accept the consent agenda as presented. Second.
We have a motion from Councilmember Koch and a second from Councilmember McCoy. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll call for the vote. Ms. Williams?
Councilmember Jenny Koch,
Aye.
Councilmember Gordon Grote,
Aye.
Councilmember Michelle Lynn,
Aye.
Councilmember Donna McCoy,
Aye.
Councilmember Jim Dolan,
Aye.
Vice Mayor David Lane,
Aye.
Mayor Cal Sheehy.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is item number 7, correspondence, communications, petitions, announcements, and the city manager report. Item 7.1 is to announce vacancies on Lake Havasu City boards, committees, and commissions. Ms. Williams.
Mayor and City Council, there are a number of vacancies on Lake Havasu City boards, committees, and commissions. The following is a listing of those vacancies. Airport Advisory Board, 1 regular pilot member. Board of Adjustment, 3 regular members, 3 alternate members. Planning and Zoning Commission, 2 alternate members. Anyone interested can obtain a packet on the city's website at www.lhcaz.gov. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 7.2 is the city manager's report. Mr. Knudsen?
I got it. Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'd like to start this evening's CM report by notifying the community of an upcoming testing blitz. This Saturday, Sonora Quest, in partnership with the Arizona Department of Health Services, is providing a COVID-19 testing blitz. It'll be held at the Lake Havasu City Aquatic Center. Again, it's this Saturday, May 16th, and it'll be held from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pre-registration is required. So those that would like to attend the blitz, please visit their website at sonoraquest.com/testingblitz. Mayor Sheehy, you proclaimed this week of May 3rd last week of May 3rd through May 9th as Professional Municipal Clerks Week in Lake Havasu City, and extended our appreciation to the City Clerk's Office for the vital services they perform. The Office of the Professional Municipal Clerk is the oldest among public servants. It provides the professional link between the citizens, the local governing bodies, and agencies of government at all other levels. We are thankful to Kelly, Shannon, and Marcella for their hard work and dedication to our city. Would like to, you'd also declared, the week as May 10th through May 16th as National Police Officers Week. So we're very, very proud of the work that Chief Dan Doyle and his team at the Lake Havasu City Police Department do. And the recognition this week allowed us to highlight some of their public service activities. So again, we're very, very grateful for the public service they provide to our community. Thank you, Chief Doyle, and thank you to your team. Both Cheyenne Halferkree Bowie and Ella Wolford joined Havasu Youth Advisory Council, otherwise known as HIAC, as freshmen. During their 4 years in HIAC, they participated in and won first place in 2 statewide competitions, while raising funds and awareness for teacher retention and raising awareness for suicide prevention. They also attended 4 League of Arizona Cities and Towns conferences, coordinated with many fundraising public events, participated in America's Best Community Competition, and served on the community engagement pillar of Vision 2020. We're very, very grateful for the time that we spent with Ella and Cheyenne, and we congratulate them on their graduation this year. We thank them for their contributions to the city, and we wish them well on their future endeavors. Cheyenne, she plans to attend either the University of California, Irvine, or Arizona State University to study biological sciences. She said she will use the skills that she learned in HIAC to continue focusing on community engagement wherever she goes in life. Her advice to future HIAC members: don't be afraid to share your ideas and voice your opinions. Ella says she plans in the fall to attend Barrett, the Honors College at ASU, and she'll be majoring in global affairs. Ella challenges every HIAC member to say yes as much as possible because it can open so many doors and lead to finding yourself. Again, congratulations. The future is very, very bright with these two. And finally, we continue to ask our residents to complete the census by visiting my2020census.gov. Since my last report, Lake Havasu City response rate has increased. We're up to just under 60%, or at 58.5%. So that's a very, very good news. These funds help us with our services that we provide to our residents. So if you haven't yet, please fill out the census. And if you have filled out the census, thank you. It's much, much appreciated. In closing, I'd like to ask that our residents be kind, remain calm, and stay healthy. Mayor and Council, that concludes my city manager's report, and I'm available for any questions.
Do any members of the council have any questions for Mr. Knudsen? All right, thank you, Mr. Knudsen. We will now move on to item 8, public hearings. Item 8.1 is adopt resolution number 20-3393, appointing alternate members to the Lake Havasu City Planning and Zoning Commission. Ms. Williams.
Mayor and City Council, the city received 2 applications requesting consideration as alternate members to the Planning and Zoning Commission. These appointments are needed to fill the current vacancies of 2 alternate members with terms expiring June 30th, 2022. Both applications were provided to you in your packet. Today, we did receive a request from Mr. Campbell, one of the applicants, to formally withdraw his request. And today on the phone, we do have Matthew Mitchell, one of the applicants, joining us video conference to answer any questions from the council.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Mr. Mitchell, thank you for joining us today. Would you like to tell us a little bit about why you would like to join the Planning and Zoning Commission as an alternate member?
Hello, Council and Mayor. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. I moved to town a little over 2 years ago, and I'm building my family here. My wife and my son and my daughter all live here in town. I would like to have an active role in the community and to learn more about how government works in our town. I manage a local business here in town. It's the Hughes Plumbing Supply, and I am a father of 2. I am an Eagle Scout. I have a history of serving in the communities that I've lived in, and I'm excited to be able to apply for this position.
Excellent, thank you. Do any members of the council have questions for Mr. Mitchell? All right, seeing none. Thank you, Mr. Mitchell, for applying.
Thank you.
This is a public hearing, and again, we did not receive any comments from the public on this particular item.
Mr. Mayor,
Yeah, Vice Mayor Lane.
I'd like to make a motion
Yes.
I move to adopt resolution number 20-3393, appointing Matthew Mitchell as an alternate member to the Lake Havasu City Planning and Zoning Commission with a term ending June 30th, 2022.
Second.
We have a motion from Vice Mayor Lane and a second from Councilmember Dolan. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. Ms. Williams?
Councilmember Jenny Koch,
Aye.
Councilmember Gordon Grove,
Aye.
Councilmember Michelle Lynn. Councilmember Donna McCoy,
Aye.
Councilmember Jim Dolan,
Aye.
Vice Mayor David Lane,
Aye.
Mayor Cal Sheehy.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Mitchell. Thank you for volunteering. We look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council.
All right, moving on to item 8.2 is adopt ordinance number 20-1231, declaring Lake Havasu City Code 5.16 video services a public record and amending the city code by repealing chapter 5.16 cable television system and adopting by reference a new chapter 5.16 video services. Ms. Gary.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This ordinance was introduced at the last City Council meeting. The proposed ordinance complies with changes made to state law that preempt the city from further regulating video services. The proposed ordinance outlines the process to apply for and receive a uniform video services license from the city. Staff recommends adoption of this ordinance, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Do any members of the council have any questions for Ms. Gary? All right, this is a public hearing, and we did not receive any public comments on this item either this evening.
Mr. Mayor,
Yeah, Councilmember Dolan?
I'd like to make a motion.
Yes.
I move to adopt ordinance number 20-1231, declaring Lake Havasu City Code Chapter 5.16, video services, a public record and amending the city code by repealing Chapter 5.16, cable television system, and adopting by reference a new Chapter 5.16, video services.
I second.
We have a motion from Councilmember Dolan and a second from Councilmember McCoy. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, Ms. Williams, if you could call.
Councilmember Jenny Koch,
Aye.
Councilmember Gordon Grove,
Aye.
Councilmember Michelle Lynn,
Aye.
Councilmember Donna McCoy,
Aye.
Councilmember Jim Dolan,
Aye.
Vice Mayor David Lane,
Aye.
Mayor Cal Sheehy.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Moving on to item 8.3, adopt ordinance number 20-1232, declaring Lake Havasu City Code 3.10 procurement a public record and amending the city code by repealing chapter 3.10 procurement and adopting by reference a new chapter 3.10 procurement. Ms. Olson.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The item before you was introduced at the last City Council meeting. This is an ordinance that will adopt a new chapter, a replacement chapter for number 3.10 procurement. The changes made in the ordinance were to move the procedural language from the ordinance or from the code and place it into a city manager operating policy and procedure document so that the city manager can most effectively govern the day-to-day operations of the city. And with that, I'll answer any questions.
Thank you. Do any members of the council have any questions for Ms. Olson? Right, this is a public hearing, and we did not receive any public comments on this item this evening.
Mayor?
Yes, Councilmember Coe?
Motion?
Yes.
Motion? I move to adopt ordinance number 20-1232, declaring Lake Havasu City Code 3.10 procurement a public record and amending the city code by repealing chapter 3.10 procurement and adopting by reference a new chapter 3.10 procurement.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilmember Koch and a second from Councilmember McCoy. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll call the vote. Ms. Williams?
Councilmember Jenny Koch,
Aye.
Councilmember Gordon Grow,
Aye.
Councilmember Michelle Lynn,
Aye.
Councilmember Donna McCoy,
Aye.
Councilmember Jim Dolan,
Aye.
Vice Mayor David Lane,
Aye.
Mayor Cal Sheehy.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda is our current events. Council committee reports. Vice Mayor Lane, I believe you have a report.
Yes, sir, I do. Thank you very much. I appreciate the time. As you all know, we have a new committee that we started because of this COVID-19 called the LHC Resource Alliance. So I just wanted to give you an update. We had a meeting today on where we're at with this alliance and what we've done so far. The Lake Havasu Area Chamber of Commerce is continuing to field the calls for assistance and directing them to the appropriate organizations so that they can get the help they need. The Better Business Bureau has a program. It's a grant program for those that did not qualify for other relief programs. They have numerous grant requests for local businesses for some assistance, and they will be awarding the recipients their grants at the beginning of the month and then the beginning of each of the next 4 months. So the program is still open. If your business falls into this category, the Better Business Bureau urges you to please submit an application for assistance. Through the River Cities United Way, we have awarded over $33,000 in grants and equipment, including 1,000 N95 masks that we were able to acquire and give to the assisted living and the long-term care. We also, we have helped 97 people and 20 businesses through this process, the COVID-19 issues. And all the grants have been made because of donations from the community to help other people in the community. The Havasu Community Health Foundation is continuing to assist the community, including veterans, and those require mental health counseling. Since March, the food bank has helped 3,378 individuals with food by distributing over 248,000 pounds of food at a cost of $417,208. They're going to continue their expanded service with home delivery to help those that are unable to get out and get down to the food bank. We'd like to thank all of Lake Havasu for being there to help each other out through this difficult time. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Lane, and thank you for all your work on the Resource Alliance. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Other council committee reports?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Councilmember McCoy.
if I may, I would like to give a report from the WACOG, the Committee of Mojave County Advisory Council meeting. WACOG, of course, is the Western Arizona Council for Government. Today, they were telling us that Mojave County has been hit hard through the COVID-19. The shelters are at capacity all in Mojave County. They did receive a grant for emergency shelter, and they've been able to put some of the people up in local hotels wherever they were needed, extra people. They're doing wellness checks. They're doing the assessments for people that need assistance over the phone. They're not doing house visits, but the scheduled Meals on Wheels are going out to the appropriate people that qualify for that. 7 days a week, they're doing that. There is food shortage, but so far they've been able to still give nutritious meals to the families that they deliver. And they're just praying it stays that way, of course. And what else? I think that's about it. But the one thing that upset me the most that I heard is that unfortunately in Mojave County, the number of child abuse incidences have increased. And I think that, without children being able to go to school and talk to people and, let people know what's going on. So it's very sad. Reach out to the people that that, don't have access to things. And again, being kind and helping as much as we can. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember McCoy. Are there any other council committee reports? All right, item 10 is our future meetings. We have a meeting on Thursday, May 21st, 2020 at 9 a.m. It's a budget CIP work session. And then on Tuesday, May 26th, 2020 at 6 p.m., we'll have our regular meeting. Are there any future discussion items? All right, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we have a motion from Vice Mayor Lane and a second from Councilmember McCoy. Thank you all and be kind. We are adjourned.